Now it's time for today's a la carte. What else is on the menu, if you like, here at France 24? We're going to talk about so-called fake news on the programme, an initiative here at France 24 to teach teenagers specifically about fake news, how they can spot it, what they can do to stop it spreading. And with me here on set is Derek Thomson from the France 24's Observers programme. Derek, good to have you with us on the programme. You guys have produced a new video, haven't you? Tell us what it's about.
It's called Truth or Fake, and we designed it for kids who are aged 11 to 18, so middle schoolers and high schoolers. And the aim is to make them aware of fake news, that it's out there and that they can be part of the problem if they share it. So we designed this simple thing which just shows them a few examples, and we aim to give them the tools to detect fake images, just so they have the reflex to think before they share. So let's take a look at the video if we can. When you're looking for real news, checking the source is vital, and checking that the source is indeed what it seems to be. Now take a look at this. It appears to be the front page of Belgium's Le Soir newspaper. This article, published a few weeks before France's presidential election, claims that Saudi Arabia financed a third of Emmanuel Macron's campaign.
However, this is totally false, but it takes a sharp eye to see why. Take a look at the URL. Now compare it to the real URL of Le Soir's homepage. See the difference? The fake URL is lesoir.info, while the real site's URL is lesoir.be, where BE stands for Belgium. And check this out. The fake site even linked back to the real site just to make things more confusing. This hoax fooled lots of people, including several politicians.
One thing this shows is how far over they go here. Look how far this is. This goes all the way down here, all the way down. Nobody sees that. You don't see that in the pictures. But when you look at this tremendous sea of love, I call it a sea of love, it's really something special.
This report has the logo of the American channel ABC News, so it should be legit, right? You see President Trump looking at a photo of Mecca, his enthusiasm a bit surprising given his ban on travel from several Muslim countries. So let's go to the source, ABC News' own website, and find the exact moment.
But when you look at this tremendous sea of love, I call it a sea of love, it's really something special.
Trump isn't talking about Mecca, he's talking about his own inauguration ceremony.
Over they go here.
YouTube users simply edited the video to change the image that he's looking at, and the result was pretty convincing.
You don't see that in the pictures. But when you look at this tremendous sea of love,
Yeah, Derek, I don't know about our viewers. I'm gripped watching that. I mean, it's incredible to see what can be done so easily,
exactly.
Isn't it? I mean, you've been showing it to students. What do they think?
It's interesting. They have heard of fake news. They haven't really associated it with their own lives. They don't see that they can play a role in it. We explained that if they share something that's fake, they are actually sharing responsibility for it. So fake news is very often pushed artificially by trolls, who are people who are paid to push things on Twitter and other platforms, or by bots, which do the same thing automatically. But in fact, the final mile, if you like, is always people like us, ordinary people who share it with our friends and family.
OK. And what are some of the tools, then, that you teach people to look out for? I mean, we saw one of them there, looking at the URL.
Exactly. Well, there are two very simple tools. I mean, fake news very often uses images that are not fake in themselves, but that have been taken out of context. So if you go online and you can find where the images first appeared, you can see what the truth is. So if we can see perhaps the tools InVid and Google Image Search. Google Image Search is available on your browsers. It's available on any Google Chrome browser. And then there's a tool called InVid, which we maybe can see in a second. There's Google Image Search, so you can actually download it for your phone if you're on your cell phone. And that allows you to find where a photo first appeared. And then InVid is something that's been developed here in France that does the same thing for video. It breaks the video up into different frames and then looks for those frames online so you can see where this was. This wasn't a tank in Mexico, it was a tank in Turkey during the coup.
Right.
And I can give you an example. There are photographs that often we see them again and again and again in different contexts. So there's a photograph that's circulating right now that shows a mother supposedly in Haiti defending her son against a corrupt cop. Take a look at it there. Now, it's a very dramatic photo. Often, if things are too good to be true, there might be something fake about them. And this, in fact, it's very simple. You do a reverse image search. It's a clip from a film that was made in 2013. It's very, very simple. So these are basic tools that anyone can learn.
It's not even an image taken from somewhere else in the world. It's actually just a film.
Exactly. And it seems obvious, but people like to share things like that.
Yeah, yeah. And has it worked, do you think? I mean, after seeing it, do the kids kind of think, oh, my goodness, and think they'll actually try and do something about it?
They were very interested. They were interested to learn. I mean, it's fun finding out when things are fake. They were interested to learn about the tools as well. The question is, though, when they have something cool and funny that pops up on their phone, are they really going to do a Google reverse image search? Are they really going to break a video down into the different frames and go and look for it? They probably won't, and that's the shame of it. Fake news travels 6 times faster on Twitter than real news, and the problem is that we like to share things that are fun. It's very difficult to resist the temptation, but we must resist it. We have to think before we share.
Okay. Well, if that's fascinated you, do have a look at The Observers. It's our weekly programme on France 24, isn't it? Full of all this kind of stuff, really.
Exactly. And on our website, observers.france24.com, we have a guide for how to spot fake images. It's called How to Verify Images Online.
Okay, that's the website, france24.com. Click on The Observers, or keep watching us here at France 24 and you'll see Derek's weekly programme with all those kind of debunking stories that we like to debunk here on France 24. Right. Thanks very much, Derek. Derek Thomson with us on the programme.